Beware of variable aperture lenses. They might not always give you what you expect. Now, what do I mean by that? So variable aperture lenses come with entry-level cameras, mid-level cameras mostly. And you'll see it here on the front that you'll have a number. Sometimes it's on the top, but sometimes you'll see it here on the front as well. 1:3.5 hyphen 5.6. Now, what that means is that as you zoom in, the aperture gets smaller, less light comes in. So here's what that looks like in terms of the LCD on the back of the camera giving you that feedback. So here I am at 18, and you can see that 3.5 is the aperture I have available. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start zooming in, and look at that number change. So it changes to that other number. Now sometimes that's a 6.3, it might be even worse than that, but generally 3.5 to 5.6 is what you'll see. Now I'm at 55. So when I'm back at the 18 millimeters, I have a range of 3.5 to f22. Okay, 3.5 to f22, that's my range. If I zoom in at all, and I'm going to go all the way to 55 here, that 5.6 at the other end of the scale becomes f36. So if I start zooming back, remember here I am at 55, so if I start just zooming back, you'll see that aperture number is changing back to the 22. So this particular lens will always give me 5.6 to 22, and at the wide end it goes out to 3.5, and I can still get 22. But at the zoomed in end, I go as far as 36, but I still only get 5.6. So I have that set in the middle, and I can go this way, wide, and I can go this way, zoomed in. So practically in your photography, what does that mean? Well, it means that your depth of field is going to change, but crucially it could mean that your aperture is going to change. So let's have a look at these example photos here. So here I am at 1/500 of a second, and I'm at 3.5. So what if I could only get to say that 6.3? I mentioned that it was even worse. Well, here's that 6.3, and there is the shutter speed of 160. Now have a look and see what that does to the water. So here's my 160, and it's almost blurred. But there's my 500 at 3.5, and it's sharp. So that's the key difference that could actually trip you up. If you were looking for that and you zoomed in and you were only getting that, you're going, what's going wrong here? It's because the aperture is not giving you what you expect. Now, if we continue on here, and here's the zoomed in end of the scale. So I have f22 here, giving me 1/500 of a second. And if I zoom in, or if I, zoom in, and I'm now getting 40. So the difference there is also quite marked. I'm actually getting slower shutter speeds. That's kind of maybe what I'm looking for. Whereas I had a sharp image at the f22. So beware of variable aperture lenses. They might not always give you what you expect. As always, if you have any questions, just pop them in the comments.